Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
Now, we mentioned Dan's private members' bill coming to the Commons this week. It's seeking to be enshrined in law, a new target to cut child poverty. Does putting a pledge into law actually achieve anything?
Well, I hope that it would, clearly. In 2010, this was agreed on a cross-party basis. The then leader of the Conservative Party, David Cameron, thought that it would be a good thing to do. And I think, given that we've got 4 million children currently growing up in poverty, given that the Institute for Fiscal Studies say that that number will increase by 50%, actually it would be a very powerful show of unity if across the House of Commons we could agree to work together to say we do need to reduce those numbers, we're going to do something about it. And I think having a target focuses the mind of the decision makers in government.
But does it though? Because Labour itself dropped its commitment to eliminate child poverty by a specific date in its 2015 manifesto. So in the end, it doesn't actually bring you any closer to the goal that you've set out by just saying that there's a target.
Well, I don't agree with that. And actually government sets lots of targets across different...
The immigration target that they continually fail to meet.
But if you look across the government departments, there are lots of specific targets. I think in life, if you want to achieve something, it's useful to set a target so that you can measure your progress against it. If you're not prepared to set a target, I'm afraid what I conclude from that is that you're not seriously committed to reducing the number of children who are growing up in poverty.
And isn't that the point, that actually if you don't say it, you're not making a priority? If you don't actually pledge it, then you're not really putting your money where your mouth is. I mean, the IFS, the Institute of Fiscal Studies, projects a 50% increase in children living in poverty by 2020. That's a massive failure by the government.
Well, this government and under David Cameron from 2010, the commitment was to tackle the problems which were causing the poverty issue. And I have a 10% by one measure in my constituency, and I can think of particular estates and areas where people's life chances are clearly not the life chances that we would hope for them to be having.
So you failed. I mean, but by that measure, relative material disadvantage, the old target admittedly based on the percentage of households with below average income, you are going to actually have seen an increase of 50% according to the IFS.
Well, this depends on the measurement that you're looking at. Going back to actual life chances and making a difference, I agree with Dan. Let's set a target, but we have been making measurable changes. Universal credit is coming in. We've got the pupil premium. We have got the national living wage. We're taking more people out of tax than ever, and also the traineeship and apprenticeships that we're offering, and 2 million more people in jobs now. We need to set aspirations alongside this.
Well, is that enough, Dan Jarvis?
The previous Labour government lifted 1 million children out of poverty. Theresa May stood on the steps of Downing Street and said that she was going to fight burning injustices. I think it is a burning injustice that so many children growing up in poverty, and this Friday we've got an opportunity to do something about it, and I hope that we'll take that opportunity.
I've been getting